إن الحمد لله أحمده وأستعينه وأستهديه وأستغفره وأعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له القائل في حديثه القدسي الجليل: من لم يرضى بقضائي ويصبر على بلائي فليخرج من تحت سمائي وليتخذ ربا سواي. سبحانك يا ربي سبحانك، لا العرش يحملك ولا الكرسي يسندك، بل العرش وحملته والكرسي وعظمته الكل محمول بجلال قدرته. وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وحبيبه، بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الله به الغمة وجاهد في الله حق الجهاد حتى أتاه اليقين. اللهم صل وسلم وزد وبارك على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين وعلى من سار على نهجه وعنا معهم برحمتك وبفضلك يا أكرم الأكرمين. اللهم آمين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. All the praise is due to Allah, Lord of the worlds. And may the blessings be upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I bear witness there is no God worthy of worship except Him, and I bear witness that Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the last messenger and the prophet. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi jami'an wa barakatuh. Ehud Lanyadoo. Ehud Lanyadoo. Ehud Lanyadoo is Belgian Jewish businessman. His family from Israel, and he was born in Europe. And Belgium, they have very strong hold in Africa. So he started his career in the industry of diamond. Some brothers, they know him, alhamdulillah. So Mr. Lanyadoo, he passed away, he was 65 years old. His net worth was 5 billion USD. His net worth was 5 billion USD. I would say a year ago, he sold a piece of diamond to a businessman in Hong Kong for 50 million USD. So our champ today, Mr. Lanyadoo, he became 65 years old. And as many of us, he wanted to take advantage of this dunya till the very last drop or moment. And as a man of 65 years old, he had some, physical problems. One of those problems, it affects his sexual abilities. And whenever I talk about a man of net worth of 5 billion, you name it, he has everything possible in this world. He can transfer his life into small Jannah with our materialistic terminologies. So he collected his doctors and the very close consultants, and he told them, you know what? I have to go for the surgery. I want to regain my sexual ability again. So everyone told him, but man, you have everything in this world. You're 65 years old. This would kill you. I don't care. I can afford. Just find me the best place on the surface of earth. And they found him a place in Paris. So he went there, and after some examination and this and that, they told him, Mr. Lanyadoo, that's pretty, risky and dangerous surgery. You're better off. Stop. Told them, no, this is a blank check. Put the number. I have to do it. Long story short, this guy passed away, and he left everything. I can see, brothers and sisters, I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. I'm not surprised, because in many of us, there is a small Lanyadoo We cannot afford to go for this kind of surgeries, but I can tell in many of our hearts there is a small Lanyadoo, the one who is looking for the utmost happiness in this world. There is no satisfaction. There is no tranquility. There is no content. I have river of gold, and instead of enjoying this river next day, is there any river of silver? And Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam mentioned this 1500 years ago. In Surah Al-Hijr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, addressing Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Ya Muhammad, ذَرْهُمْ يَأْكُلُوا وَيَتَمَتَّعُوا. Let them eat and enjoy. Let them play. Let them entertain themselves. And the ulama said, you can find easily that the language here, it carries some little bit of despise. Allah Azza wa Jal, He is not happy with these people. Even He advises Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam not to pay attention to these people. Ya Muhammad, dharhum in the lugha, in the language, let them. Don't care about them. Dharhum ya'kulu wa yatamatta'u. So the ulama said, is it haram to enjoy? Is it haram to eat in the first place? Why Allah Azza wa Jal said, dharhum? The answer is in the last part of the ayah. ذَرْهُمْ يَأْكُلُوا وَيَتَمَتَّعُوا وَيُلْهِهِمُ الْأَمَلِ. Let them be deceived and be deluded and be overwhelmed by their dreams and their hopes and their expectations in this dunya. Let them eat and enjoy and play, and let them, their dreams and their expectations delude them and control their hearts. In Surah Al-Hijr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I want to build the khutbah today on 2 ahadith and on 2 ayat. The first one in Surah Fatir, in Surah Al-Hijr, and this one in Surah Fatir. Allah Azza wa Jal says, Ya ayyuhan nas, not only to Muslims, all mankind, inna wa'da Allahi haqq. Allah's promise is true. It's indeed true. This is the only truth. Inna wa'da Allahi haqq. فَلَا تَغُرَّنَّكُمُ الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا. Let not this dunya deceive you. Let not this dunya delude you or control your hearts. That's why Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to make this dua. Allahumma aj'al ad-dunya bayna yaday. Ya Allah, please make the dunya in my hands, not in my heart. In a remarkable hadith, and I'm going to surprise you today with a bunch of wonderful hadith. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, يَكْبُرُ ابْنَ آدَمْ وَيَكْبُرُ مَعَهُ اثْنَانِ. Son of Adam, he grows older. And we all do. Every single day, we're getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. يَكْبُرُ ابْنَ آدَمْ. Son of Adam gets older and grows older every day. And there are 2 desires. They grow with him. يكبر ابن آدم ويكبر معه اثنان. حب المال وطول العمر. We grow older and 2 desires grow with us. The first one is desire for wealth. Desire to accumulate more money, more wealth. And the other desire, brothers and sisters, is what? Long life. Long life. And Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he did acknowledge that. You get older and 2 desires grow with you. And in another remarkable hadith, significant one, he said, لا يزال قلب الكبير شابا. The heart of an old man or old woman remains young in 2 aspects, in 2 things. لا يزال قلب الكبير شابا. The first one is in حب الدنيا وطول الأمل. Your heart, no matter how old are you, no matter how money you have, no matter how kids you have, your heart will be deluded and will be deceived by 2 things. Accumulate more money and طول الأمل. And طول الأمل, and that's the topic today, brothers and sisters, طول الأمل. And if I want to translate طول الأمل, it's a very hard mission to find a good translation for طول الأمل. However, I would say the best translation is overreaching hope. That's طول الأمل. Long hopes. And in the كتب of معاملات, you will find many definitions for طول الأمل. However, the best one and the nearest one to my heart is by Imam al-Qurtubi. رضي الله عنه. He said, طول الأمل means attach your heart and devote your heart to what, brother and sister? To dunya. Devote yourself eagerly to dunya. And attach your heart to dunya. And loving dunya. And if I look at this one, brothers and sisters, what's the meaning of you love the dunya? Don't you know that many brothers, they really in love with their homes? They go inside his house. Oh my goodness, look at this one, man. That's, you couldn't imagine. This is a really expensive one. You don't know. You don't want to know how much this one is. And you look at your horse, if you have a horse, and you look at, oh my goodness, that's my horse. I am the owner of this horse. And you look at your car, and you look at your wife, and you look at your bank account, and you tell yourself, that's me. That's me. That's my accomplishment in this dunya. حب الدنيا. And what's the last one, as Imam Qurtubi said, in order to define the meaning of طول الأمل? Overreaching hope, he said, and turning away from akhirah. So the ulama at his time, they challenged him. Ya Qurtubi, we can understand the first three. Attach your heart to dunya, devote yourself eagerly to dunya, loving dunya. But why the last one? Why turning away from akhirah? Why you put all of them in one basket? So he said, because it's just impossible to put all of them, to put love of dunya and love of akhirah in your heart. It's just impossible. I was talking to my brother a couple of days ago, and as a matter of fact, I was even talking to Sister Layla about the dynamics, a couple of days ago, about the dynamics of this life. And here at Tarbiyah, as teachers, and at the same time as parents, we're receiving 150 to 100 kids every week in this place, between the two locations. It's a big responsibility. And we always tell ourselves why our kids are extremely disconnected from Islam. They come here, they don't understand the basic information and the basic knowledge and the basic ethics of Islam. And that's me. I just feel it's all about the parents. It's all about you, all of you brothers and sisters. It's about the way we look at dunya. For the most part, if we have some brothers sitting together and we start talking about akhirah, how many of them would love this kind of conversation? Not many. Not everyone likes the idea that somebody is preaching him about death or about the hereafter. But if you talk about soccer or football, yeah, here, please come. Let me enjoy this conversation. Wanna go for looking for a good campsite? Man, I'm your guy. I'm gonna give you wonderful recommendations. Want to talk about finance and stock market? Yeah, please come to my house. Let's have dinner together. And you're proud of yourself, proud of your knowledge, right? But for the most part, we don't like this kind of conversation, talking about akhirah, talking about the hereafter. That's not us. Allah Azza wa Jal, the Prophet ﷺ, one time he held the shoulders of Abdullah ibn Umar ibn al-Khattab. Great Sahabi, son of great Sahabi, Abdullah ibn Umar ibn al-Khattab. He held him from his shoulders. And before I go any further, look at Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the way he used to treat the young generation. Hold his shoulders, express this kind of passion and love. I see brothers and sisters, they meet each other, they start this kind of conversation. and the kids, they are waiting. Nobody even recognized them. Nobody even would welcome them. They just stand like this. My dad talked to my uncle, and I'm in the middle. Nobody even, who are you? How are you doing, man? Habibi, how old are you? They are not part of our life. They have their own life. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he went to Abdullah ibn Umar, a young kid, and he held his shoulders, and he told him, Ya ibn Umar, kun fi dunya كغريب أو عابر سبيل. Be in this dunya as a stranger or passerby. 15 years ago, I was teacher and the imam in Las Vegas. And part of the curriculum to talk about akhirah, not to scare the kids about akhirah and the jannah and nar and adhab, no. But you have to put some seeds in their hearts. So one of the moms, she came to me, Imam, please, I have a special request. Don't talk ever with my kids about Jannah and Nar and the hereafter. Why, sister? Because it distracts them. What do you mean it distracts them? But this is not my, I'm not inventing this. This part of our deen. We have to plant the seeds of loving Jannah and hating Nar and trying to find a way to reach this high status, and we have to start this very early. No, Imam, please. I need my kids to come here to get good grades, period. So, okay, mother, sister, please, take your kids to public school. Why you're sending them to Islamic school, and whenever we start talking about the fundamentals of Islam and the very important components of Islam, you go upset. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he gives us important lesson that you have to plant the seeds of loving Allah and fearing Allah in your kids' hearts while they are in a very early age. And the ulama said, why Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he selected the words, be in this dunya as stranger or passerby. Why stranger? Which is really remarkable if you think about it. If you live in Arizona or Oregon, and you move here for a couple of days to Sacramento, or you're going to Tahoe for like a visit for like a couple of weeks or a couple of days, would you bother? Would you be concerned about the best restaurant in Sacramento or in Tahoe? No. It's just a very short journey, right? You don't live here. You just moved here for like conference or business meeting or just fun for like a couple of weeks or a couple of days, and then you come back, right? Would you bother how many friends you have in Roseville or in Sacramento or Tahoe? No, it doesn't matter. I don't live here, brothers and sisters. This extremely short journey to me. I don't belong to this place. I don't care. If I go to a hotel, I don't care how big my room is or how fancy the hotel is. I don't care. It's just a very short journey. That's exactly Abu Darda, brothers and sisters, did. Abu Darda, he adopted Islam after the Battle of Badr. And one of his friends, every time he visited him at his house, he used to find nothing in his house. So every time he asked him, Ya Abu Darda, where's your stuff? Don't you have any furniture? So he used to smile and say, no, we're moving to another house. We're moving to another house. So this guy, he used to come to him again, Ya Abu Darda, I visited you a couple of months ago and still your house is empty. Don't you have anything in this house? No, Habibi, we're moving to another house. So after a couple of months, Abu Darda, stop. You're cheating me. Every time I ask you, where is your stuff? Where is your belonging? Where is your furniture? You say we're moving to another house. What is this another house? So I told him, I have a house in the neighborhood of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Jannah. That's not my house. That's a very temporary place. Why I should bother having all this kind of fancy furniture and 15 TV and screen in my house? Who cares? That's a very temporary house. I don't care. May Allah be pleased with all the Sahaba. Allahumma ameen. And back to Abu Darda, brothers and sisters, which is a little bit irrelevant with Tul al-Amal today. Abu Darda, like I mentioned earlier, he adopted Islam after Battle of Badr. And Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he promised all the Sahaba that they attended Battle of Badr with Jannah. Right? So he always feels that he is left behind. So he used to go to the masjid every time, and he used to exert more effort in order to catch up. And he established this kind of good relationship with a brother at the masjid. And he used to visit him to his house. And this is the same brother, which really strikes me how our ummah, after 1500 years, after Abu Darda and Muhammad ibn Abdullah, how we treat the masajid. This place is place of brotherhood. This place is place to check on your brothers and on your sisters, and to exchange your contacts information. And you tell them, I do this, I am an attorney, I am a doctor, I am a teacher. If you guys need any help, I'll be happy to help my brother and my sisters. Then the spirit, Allah is my witness, brothers and sisters. I know brothers here, some of them are here. And please, take this from your brother. They come to the masjid. They come to the masjid and they enter, and the sister Shamim is sitting there, and they pass by her and they don't say even Salaam alaikum. Allah is my witness. They allow themselves to go to the masjid and without doing a very important pillar in our deen and say Salaam alaikum. And then they take advantage of everything. They go to the restroom. Water is there. Bill is paid. Carpet is clean. And they come here, they pray, and then they go home. Do you think this would satisfy Allah Azza wa Jal? Okay, I'm not trying to be judgmental, but I'm telling you, from now, you're in big trouble. Everything is for you. I pray for me. I collect money for me. I do this for me. Whenever it comes, who pays the bills? How can we establish good community without your presence? Without you ask your brothers, what are you doing? Brother, first time to see you. Can I help you by any means? I know brothers, some of them are here. Whenever they hear that some brother are looking for a job, they are the first one. Yes, I can, please, Imam, send him to me. I can hire him. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said in a remarkable hadith, إِذَا لَقَى أَحَدُكُمْ أَخَاهُ فَلْيُسَلِّمْ عَلَيْهِ. Whenever you see your brother or your sister, the first thing to do is to what? To do what? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. فإن حالت, look at the beauty of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and how eloquent he was. فإن حالت بينهما شجرة أو جدار أو صخرة فليسلم عليه أيضا. If by any means something came between you and your brother, like a tree, like a wall, like a rock, and then you see him again, smile and say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Meaning, if he goes to the restroom and he's coming back to pray, and you see your brother, that you met him at the door and you see him again, say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And some brothers, wallah, sometimes I feel intentionally, they don't want to say anything. One sister comes here and she wears like a high boot. And she goes and she prays on the carpet because she doesn't have 5 minutes to remove the boot and put it on again. Is this the ethics of Islam, brothers and sisters? Would you think that Allah would accept your prayer? And you go and take advantage of everything in the masjid. And the least of your concern is to be part of a community. And to be honest with you, if this is not the time to build a community, when it will be? Last Friday, I tried to avoid having any business meetings on Friday, but it happened. I went to Sonoma and Napa Valley, and I spent, but whatever, driving back, I went and prayed at Tarbiyah House Natomas to check on the place. So I called Sister Layla and Sister Shamim. Alhamdulillah, I think 5, 6 brothers, strong brothers, they came to protect the masjid and, to be around. They told me, yes, Imam, as a matter of fact, only Christian guy, he came to protect the masjid. And all our dear brothers, they came to pray, alhamdulillah. May Allah bless all of you. So sisters, are you serious? Only one guy? Yes. A Christian guy came half an hour before last Friday to protect your house. God bless you, my dear brothers and sisters. God bless you. Everyone is busy. Everyone is busy. Busy. Why? Because the overreaching hope controls your heart. طول الأمل. طول الأمل. And I want to increase my money. I want to increase my bank account. I want to pursue my career. And whenever it comes to your masjid, you come here, your kids come here, you allow a Christian guy to come here to protect you. And two sisters, Sister Layla and Sister Shamim, while everybody was praying here, last Friday, they were outside, circling around the masjid to make sure that you guys are safe. Well done. If this is not the time for the Muslim Ummah to stand up and to understand the responsibilities, when this time will come, brothers and sisters? من لم يهتم بأمر المسلمين فليس منهم. He who doesn't care about Muslims, he is not one of the Muslims. You pray, God bless you. You fast, God bless you. This is for yourself. This is for your well-being. من لم يهتم بأمر المسلمين فليس منهم. He who doesn't care about Muslims is not among them. That's why in Surah Al-Hadid, we have good people, good Muslims and good Muslims. ينادونهم ألم نكن معهم. So some Muslims will go to Jannah and some others will go to Nar. So the people that they are going, the Muslims, that they spend their life coming to the masjid and taking advantage of everything around them, taking advantage of the scholars, taking advantage of the ilm, taking advantage of the time. They come on the day of judgment and they see their brothers going to Jannah. Hey, where are you going? We're going to Nar and you're going to Jannah. ينادونهم ألم نكن معكم. Were we not on your side? Look at the shocking news. Why you're going to Nar and you're going to Jannah? Were we not on your side? We used to eat together. We used to hang out together. What happened now? ألم نكن معكم. قالوا بلى. People, the believers, they're going to Jannah. They smiled and they said, yes, you were on our side. But what happened? ولكنكم, listen to this, brothers and sisters. ولكنكم فتنتم أنفسكم. You led yourself into temptation. وتربصتم. التربص here meaning you kept delaying the time of tawbah. You kept delaying to start and open a new chapter with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every day you used to keep delaying. Yes, inshallah, tomorrow I'm going to do it. Tomorrow, inshallah, I'm going to, I have to do something, akhi, for my ummah. I have to. But time didn't come. It never came. Every time you have this obsession, I go to work and return back, go to work. What happened? Is this the life? Allah Azza wa Jal has created me to be like small chain in a big machine. That's it. Go to work and back to work. So you always have this obsession in your mind, back your head. وَلَكَنَّكُمْ تَرَبَّصْتُمْ. You kept delaying the time. What's your project with God? What's your project in this dunya? What's your project with your deen? I have projects, but it's not completed yet. وَتَرَبَّصْتُمْ. You kept delaying this project. وَارْتَبْتُمْ. And you filled your heart with doubts. Look at the last one. وَغَرَّتْكُمُ الْأَمَانِيِّ. Allahu Akbar. وَغَرَّتْكُمُ الْأَمَانِيِّ. And your expectations, your dreams, the pleasure in this dunya have deluded and deceived you. You kept delaying and delaying and delaying. That's why on the day of judgment, some people among us will go to Jannah and some others will go otherwise. I ask Allah Azza wa Jal in the day of Jum'ah to make us strong community and to protect the masajid and to protect our kids and to protect our parents and to make this a blessed Jum'ah for each and everyone in this place. Please raise your hands and ask Allah for forgiveness. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. In his relation with the Sahaba, he was extremely unique. He had big responsibilities on his shoulders, but he used to express love and passion to each and everyone. So one time he went to Mu'adh ibn Jabal. Mu'adh ibn Jabal, he passed away while he was 33, in other narration 38 years old, during the Khilafah of Umar ibn al-Khattab, meaning he was way younger than Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, way younger than him. And Mu'adh ibn Jabal sallallahu went to him and he looked at his eyes and he told him, Wallahi ya Mu'adh, inni la uhibbuk. I am a 40 years old man. If I look at your eyes, my brother, and if I tell you, Wallahi inni la uhibbuk, you might get me wrong. And sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to put his hands, while shaking hands with people, he used to put his hand in their hands. And he used to keep this kind of relation till he is done with the conversation. Not salam alaikum, and you go, huh? Even if you say salam. He used to keep his hand in their hands till he is done with the conversation. Salam alaikum, how are you doing? How's your mom? How's your relation with God? All the time, for like 1 minute or 2 minutes, he used to hold their hands. Wallahi, if I do this in this day and age, and then I look at your eyes and I tell you I love you, you would go to your wife, the Imam is gay or what? What's wrong with this guy? We don't have the basic, the fundamentals of deen. Everything is diverted. So Mu'adh ibn Jabal, he said, Ya Rasulullah, Wallahi inni la uhibbuk. I love you too, Prophet of Allah. You know how he was honored as a kid to go to the Prophet and to look at him and he tells him, Wallahi inni la uhibbuk. When was the last time you tell your son, I love you? Forget about, I love you, honey. Assalamu alaikum, bye-bye. No, it doesn't count. Ya Rasulullah, inni la uhibbuk. I love you too. So, Ya Mu'adh, let me give you small, short dua. You have to repeat this dua after every single prayer. Allahumma a'inni ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa husni ibadatik. I think everyone here says this dua. So this dua was a gift, special gift from Muhammad to Mu'adh ibn Jabal. And he said in different hadith, أعلم أمتي بأمور الحلال والحرام معاذ بن جبل. The most knowledgeable, he said that, the most knowledgeable man in my ummah whenever it comes to halal and haram is this guy, this young kid, Mu'adh ibn Jabal. What an honor, brothers and sisters. And our kids, they're still 10, 11 years old and they're still struggling in Qul Huwallahu Ahad. And even if you decide to teach them Qul Huwallahu Ahad, you have a lot of mistakes. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud used to compare Mu'adh ibn Jabal to whom? Ibrahim alayhi salam. إن معاذ بن جبل كان أمة قانتا لله حنيفا. He used to compare, because the Quran describes Ibrahim like this, إن إبراهيم كان أمة. So Abdullah ibn Mas'ud used to compare Mu'adh ibn Jabal to whom? Sayyidina Ibrahim. Mu'adh ibn Jabal, brothers and sisters, today he's going to give us a very important prescription. One day, he was 33 years old in some narration. That was close to Jordan. And there was a plague at that time. And the sunnah, if there is a plague, you have to stay inside the city. Don't go out. Don't go out. And if you are out, don't come in. He was 33 years old. On his deathbed, he was fasting. Last day ever in his life. And since Ramadan is coming, we have this Ramadan season. Some brothers and sisters, they go to the hospital and they bring a prescription. Imam, I'm so sorry, this prescription from the hospital. You have any license for me not to fast this year? I never reply. And then some of them, they used to refast again, in the winter time. Are you fool yourself? This is Allah Rabbul Alameen. Every year, we have people bring this prescription. I have medication, I have to go through it. Okay, God bless you. Mu'adh ibn Jabal, last day, he used to be fasting. And he asked his maid, his assistant, go out and look. It's Maghrib time or not? Not yet. Go again. Ya Mu'adh, the sun is not set yet. Eventually, or finally, it's Maghrib time. And then she came happy. Ya Mu'adh, it's Maghrib time, please break your fast. Imagine, last day for 33 years old man, the most knowledgeable man about halal and haram in the Muhammad's ummah, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Then he smiled to her and he looked at the sky and he said, Marhaban, sister please. Marhaban bimalak al-maut. Greetings to the angel of death. Allah Azza wa Jal has opened a window between him and the hereafter. Marhaban bimalak al-maut. Wallahi ma aflaha man nadima ala ad-dunya. The last words from the most knowledgeable man in this ummah. Wallahi ma aflaha man nadima ala ad-dunya. Wallahi ma aflaha man nadima ala ad-dunya. He will never regret. He will never succeed. He who is remorseful for losing dunya. He will never succeed. And he used to repeat this like 10, 15 times. He will never succeed. He who is remorseful for losing dunya. Ya Allah, O Lord, إنك تعلم أني ما أحببت البقاء في هذه الدنيا لجري الأنهار أو لري الأشجار أو لجمع المال. Ya Allah, you know, you created me, and you know that I didn't love staying in this dunya to enjoy flowing rivers or tree in the gardens or collecting money. No, that's not me. And the gardens and tree 1500 years ago, that was the top-notch pleasure. ولكني أحببت البقاء في هذه الدنيا لقيام الليل وصيام النهار ومزاحمة العلماء بالركب في مجالس الذكر. The only fun and the only desire and the only enjoyment in my life was to قيام الليل and to صيام, to make صيام during the morning, and to mix and blend and interact with the ulama and sit in their circles. Brothers and sisters, are you struggling in this dunya? Sometimes you have this obsession, I have to do something more to my deen. One of the brothers, he's a police officer in El Grove. What happened? Immediately. He went to his chief and he told him, I wanna, at Masjid, El Grove Masjid, I wanna have like a safety workshop. And a brother here in this masjid, and I'm going to announce this in 5 minutes, inshallah, he went to his chief and he told him, I belong to a Muslim community, I want to do something to my community. And he is here protecting all of you today. We have to find something, brothers and sisters, to help our ummah and to help our, especially in this time. What I need, are you looking for the prescription? Let me conclude by this hadith. Let me start with the English translation. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, hasten to do good deeds. Hasten to do good deeds. Do it quickly. Speed up. Rush. Before you are overtaken by 7 afflictions. Are you looking for a prescription that would help you in this struggle, in this dunya? Listen to this prescription from Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. بادروا بالأعمال 7. Hasten to do good deeds before you're being overtaken by 7 afflictions. The first one is, are you waiting for poverty that would make you unmindful? If you want to do something, do it now. If you want to change yourself, do it now. While we pray al-Jum'ah, make dua. Ya Allah, please change me. Now! Don't delay it after 1 hour from now. Don't do that. Now. بادروا بالأعمال. Brothers and sisters, what are you waiting for? Like Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said. Waiting for poverty which will make you unmindful? Are you waiting for prosperity which would corrupt you? Are you waiting for a disease or sickness which will disable you? What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for senility, being so old? This will make you mentally unstable? Are you waiting for this moment? Are you waiting for death? to take you all of a sudden? What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for ad-Dajjal? And the last one is, are you waiting from your final hour? We have 7 afflictions, brothers and sisters, and you better off decide today. بادروا بالأعمال 7 هل تنتظرون إلا فقرا منسيا أو غنى مطغية أو مرضا مفسدا أو هرما مفندا أو موتا مجهزا أو الدجال فشر غائب منتظر أو الساعة فالساعة أدهى وأمر. Brothers and sisters, still, alhamdulillah, we have the opportunity. We have the opportunity and we're honored to be at the front line in this deen, in this weak period. Islam is in the weakest period, brothers and sisters. We're so proud to feel, look at this, white people, they come to the masjid to support us. Do we have enough support from the Muslim community? And you look at the videos and you share the videos. Look at the Muslims in New Zealand, which is great. Look, all the white people, they go to support the masajid. Oh my goodness, man, Islam is growing. No! Here in Sacramento, we have 90,000 Muslims. How many of them go to the masajid? What kind of support you're talking about? We don't need any support. The Muslim Ummah is billion. The Muslim Ummah, brothers and sisters, is billion. We don't need any support from anybody. We have enough resources. We have enough money. We have enough human resources. We have everything. But the problem is, we used to delay the time to open a new chapter with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we keep delaying this. I ask Allah Azza wa Jal, in this place, brothers and sisters, to protect all the masajids. I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to make us torch of light and catalyst for good. I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to open our hearts and our minds to the real meaning of Islam. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت على الحق أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم احفظ بلاد المسلمين. اللهم احفظ مساجد المسلمين. اللهم احفظ أبناء المسلمين. اللهم احفظ أزواج المسلمين. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات يا رب العالمين. وأقم الصلاة إن الصلاة كانت على المؤمنين كتابا موقوتا.